Hello, my beautiful Aquarius. Welcome back to Unbound Soul Tarot. I'm Helen, and today we're going to be digging into your archetypal energy. So what I want to do more specifically is look at the current most dominant archetypal energy within you, and then look at the energy that you should develop more within yourself so that you would be able to keep moving towards your highest good more effortlessly. So we're going to start with the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck for that. And please remember, this is a general reading, so not all of the messages are going to resonate with every single one of you. Just take what is for you and leave the rest behind. But let's get straight to it. So let's see, what is your most dominant archetypal energy? What is Aquarius's most dominant archetypal energy at this time? Aquarius's most dominant archetypal energy. Ooh, Aletheia. Check you out. Oh my goodness, and Anima Mundi is at the bottom. So yeah, you are kind of coming out straight away with these huge energies. These are like some of the last archetypal energies in the deck. But I want to see what you should embody more, or what you should develop more within yourself. Oh, okay. That was very quick, very concrete. The Healer. That's the archetype you should develop more within yourself. Oh, and the Mountain is the underlying energy. Someone else had that as well. I can't remember who now, but someone else did have this one as well. Okay, so, sorry, let me just kind of move them so that they would be in the frame, but yeah. So I'm going to kind of feel my way through these cards first, just sensing their energy and giving you what I feel intuitively. And then I'm also going to read from the guidebook for you guys, because Kim Kranz, the author of this deck, she's quite the wordsmith. So yeah, she has written very nice descriptions for these cards as well. So the first thing that I'm noticing is that with your current most dominant archetypal energy, I get this very clear-cut, very black and white energy, which I'm sure that you'll be able to see from the card as well. It's very black and white. And I mean, even though there are these two like little dots of color, which I'm not exactly sure what they are, this looks like kind of a pearl, which is like a golden pearl. And then there's this tear duct shaped purple thing with some form of light within it. So it feels to me like you've been treading some form of line, like keeping things very clear cut, like almost like there's no in between. You're either in or you're out. You're going to do something or you're not going to do something. You're going to talk to someone, you're not going to talk to someone. It's like very this or the other, and there's not a lot of hesitation, there's not a lot of leeway that I'm feeling with this. So this is very concrete energy. And now this Healer energy that you are asked to embody more or develop more within yourself is a lot softer. And also, I just want to point out that there are 3 heads to this snake. So we're getting from the 2 to the 3, being very like 50-50. And now we're getting to, oh, but there's also a third option, maybe. Or kind of we're getting this expansive energy. Yeah, and it's also funny that this is very, do you see all these like harsh edges and very straight lines? And this is all about rounds or like spheres. Everything is more rounded, everything is more soft. So it's interesting, and especially with the Mountain being the underlying energy for you guys, you might have been somewhat unattainable to people. You might have been somewhat isolated, somewhat distanced from people, whether physically or like metaphorically, just kind of like energetically speaking. Whatever way this resonates for you, I do feel that there's some form of distance here. Like even if you look at this image, you can see this guy is standing like somewhere, like he's clearly in the mountain, but he's standing quite far up. And all of the trees, you can see the tops of the trees over here. So it's almost like this more etheric realm that other people cannot reach. Other people cannot touch this person over here. So I feel like you have, I feel like that's the kind of energy that you've been in, but that now it's like you are digging maybe deeper into yourself and somewhat expanding it outward. Or like there's some form of expansion that needs to happen with this going from the 2 to the 3. But let's see what the guidebook has to say. I'm sure that the author has worded these things better than maybe I just did. So we have Aletheia, truth. Our soul recognizes the truth. Sorry, I just wanted to point out, I just noticed we have number 33, which is a master number, and Aletheia is number 77. So there's definitely some form of like very magical numerology coming in here, some kind of synchronicity as well. I'm also like kind of just being drawn to both these more purple tones. These more purple tones. So again, like spiritual, more high vibe, high level, more advanced kind of energy with these colors coming out as well. But okay. Truth. Our soul recognizes the truth. When someone speaks it, a cool wave of relief washes over the room, and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Aletheia. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. We can also recognize Aletheia by its contagiousness. When we hear someone speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. The Aletheia card requires us to step toward an act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and sense of belonging in the world. Truth has its own wings. Set it free. Oh my goodness. Okay, I just want to reread this sentence. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and sense of belonging in the world. Which, with this mountain card, I feel like it's that's maybe what you have been searching for up on this mountain. Your place or your part in the world, because it's very isolated energy. And for you to be able to reach that kind of truth within yourself, you kind of need to be detached from other people. You can't be influenced. You can't be affected by outward energies, because that's going to start mingling and just, like mixing everything up. So for you to be able to see the truth of yourself, the truth of your soul, you need to be able to hear it. You need to be able to see it and sense it without any outward distractions. So it is kind of like a vacuum that you have been in, which is interesting. When light, clarity, revelation, disclosure. When dark, distortions, gaslighting, excuses. It is said that the resonance of our voice changes when we speak a falsity. In this light, practice seeing truth as a vibration. Oh my goodness, what did I say? High vibing energy. Exactly, like it's a higher vibration, it's a higher frequency that you have been developing within yourself. Picasso said, "We all know that art is not truth. Art is a lie that makes us realize truth, at least the truth that is given us to understand." Okay, so yeah, this is some deep energy that I feel like you have been in and that you are currently operating from. But again, it's almost like it's so that you could find your place in the world. It's so you could make sense of your role and what it is that you are meant to do and who it is that you are at your core level. But let's look at this healer, because this is kind of 25. This is kind of, there we go. This is almost like this funny energy to me that doesn't really tie in with these two cards. So, okay. The healer, the light worker, the gifted, the old soul. Though some claim the work of the healer as their gift and name it as their dharma, the force of this archetype is within everyone. It is our natural inclination to remember, to return to, and to reclaim that central and eternal life force from which we so easily drift away. In Sanskrit, the word avidya, sorry if I'm butchering that, means forgetting, and it is said that this is the source of all suffering and dis-ease. The healer's mission then becomes to move through the comfort of forgetting, through the veils of ignorance and denial, to reveal the radiance that already exists. The healer approaches this in multiple ways, from multiple angles, knowing the cycle of healing is not linear. It is a multi-layered and circuitous process, always leading back to its own origin, much like the Ouroboros. I hope I'm pronouncing that right as well. When light, self-contained, grateful, awake. When dark, tired, needy, forgetting its own practice. The wounded healer is not someone who was wounded and is now healed. It is someone who continues to courageously break open the self and ego as a means for deep integration. Oh my goodness, that's kind of what I feel that you've been doing. That's the underlying energy, right? Okay, the image of the serpent is eternally tied to healing and medicine. Both Western, the Caduceus, and Eastern, Kundalini, study the serpent and its power. So, yeah, what I'm still getting for you guys, though, is that I feel like it's all of this, like, soul searching and this, like, going deep within is very much has been around, like, you. It's a very personal, very isolated, kind of process that you have been in. But now you may be asked to, or I feel that what this card is asking you to do is to step into an energy where you are kind of sharing that with the world, where you're sharing that with other people, and almost like applying what it is that you have found out about yourself, what it is that you have learned. Because do you see how, like, in the mountain, you can see the yellow and the red shining through, which is like very much the background of this card as well. So it's almost like bringing forth what it is that you have found within this mountain, right? And like just letting it spread, sharing it, bringing it out from the mountain, which is again like very, very much like isolated energy, something that you and only you have been able to access up to this point. And now you're bringing it forward, which is going to help other people as well. The work that you have been doing is going to help other people as well. So yeah, this is huge stuff. This is huge stuff. Really cool stuff, but huge. So, oh my goodness, and I just noticed we have 25, which if you reduce it, 2 plus 5 is 7. So you have another 7. So you have 33, 33, 77, 77, and 7. So 777 might be some kind of number that you keep seeing, that keeps popping up for you. 33 might be something that keeps popping up for you. It's just, yeah. So numerologically speaking, there is a lot of synchronicity coming through already. Very high vibe energy, very high vibe. But let's see what the tarot can tell us. So starting with the main archetype of you at this time, I want to see what this is rooted in. What are the past influences for this energy to be most dominant within you? What are the past influences or the main root cause of this Aletheia energy for Aquarius? Strength in reverse. Wow. And Mother of Swords in reverse. So the Mother of Swords in reverse is like the Queen of Swords. And, well, strength is like strength. So that's the same. It's like you're breaking free from the ego. And I don't mean that it's like you are completely leaving it behind, because, I mean, we can't really exist without an ego. In this world, at least. I feel, yeah, with this card here, I feel that it's talking about ego. And that this soul searching, this going deep within, is rooted in some form of maybe not really knowing who you truly are at your core. just kind of starting to question and starting to ask yourself these big, really big picture questions. What it is that I'm doing here, what it is that I'm supposed to be doing with my life. Who am I really? Like beyond all of this persona that I have been given and all of the conditioning that I have received throughout my whole life. And I also do feel a sense of awakening as well, which I think, was it you? I think it came out like from last week's reading as well, but this to me can indicate awakening as well, like a spiritual awakening, really, because that usually kind of goes hand in hand with these big level questions, where you start questioning everything and really digging deep to find the truth. So yeah, I feel like this soul searching, this digging is deeply rooted in you trying to find your path and to connect to your higher self. Again, just kind of releasing yourself from the ego somewhat, so that you could get in contact with your higher self and get this wisdom and knowledge to move forward on your path. But let's see how this energy is serving you. How is this Aletheia archetype serving Aquarius? How is it serving Aquarius? Oh my goodness. Whoa. Okay, we have the 10 of Cups. Oh, with the Father of Wands at the bottom. Okay. Which is like the King of Wands. So I feel like it has maybe illuminated stuff for you. It has made you aware of what really makes you happy, what it is that you are searching for, what it is that you want out of your life. Especially with the Father of Wands, there's a lot of certainty, there's a lot of knowing, there's a lot of just confidence. And like, I mean, the Father of Wands knows who he is, and he's living very proudly in that knowing. He's just expressing himself freely and fiercely. So I feel like this soul searching has allowed you to see what truly makes you happy at your core. What is the source of your true happiness? What is the 10 of Cups for you in this lifetime? But I also want to see how this is restricting you. Oh my goodness. The Daughter of Swords in reverse, which is like the Page of Swords in reverse. And the Hanged Man at the bottom. Yeah, I feel like how it's restricting you is it's kind of keeping you in this in-between state, this detached state, where even though you have this knowledge, but you're not really able to, express it, you're not able to voice it. But let's look at the Healer now. So I want to see what this archetype will help heal within you. Oh, that was so crazy how sometimes these cards jump out of the deck in the most bizarre ways. But we have the 10 of Swords with the Emperor. Wow. So both of these cards are actually very harsh energies again. Very strict energies. Very, very restrictive energies. So actually with the 10 of Swords, I feel like lies, or I feel, yeah, it's interesting that lies are coming to me, because that's not usually the kind of energy that I get with the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords, they indicate some form of ending. They indicate a very troubling, a very difficult period of time reaching its climax, and now you are being free to move to a new cycle. Something has reached its ending point and it's time for a rebirth. But again, as I said, and with it being underlined by the Emperor, which the Emperor might actually represent someone else outside of you. The Emperor is very often associated with like a father figure as well, or a very authoritative masculine figure. And even though it's a more masculine energy, it doesn't necessarily have to represent a male. It can be a female as well. We're just talking about energies. And this feels very restrictive to me. this feels almost very like pressured and very, very subdued. So this is what this healer energy will help you heal within yourself. So if you've been like forced to live a certain kind of life or to be a certain kind of way, if you've been suppressed, if your truth has been suppressed in some way, if you have felt very just limited and pressured into things that you maybe do not want for yourself, I feel like this energy, this expressing your truth and sharing it with the world is actually going to help you heal that. Because I do get a lot of, as I said, there is a lot of like suppression, but there's also a lot of pain associated with this. And I do feel that it is inflicted on you by someone else, by someone outside of you, and by someone very powerful, with a very powerful energy, very powerful persona, or like a very powerful presence, I want to say. A very powerful presence. You can even see, like, it's funny because this is the first time I think that this has ever like jumped out at me, but you can see the eclipse happening here. It's almost like they take over every other like energy around them. It's like they're very domineering. It's like they cover everything else up, and all you can feel and all you can sense is them. So it's that kind of very, very overpowering energy that I'm getting with this. And this is what, like, the pain or the suppression that they have inflicted upon you, that's the energy that you'll be able to heal. And I also actually even feel that, okay, this is within you, but I also feel that with this, with you sharing your truth with others, you are able to help others heal that within themselves as well. So yeah, I do get a sense that it's very important for you to share this truth of yours. But let's see what this will help you or allow you to do that you maybe are not able to do right now. What will this healer energy allow Aquarius to do? Thank you. Oh, we have Temperance in reverse. Interesting. And the Daughter of Wands in reverse, which is like the Page of Wands in reverse. With this Temperance in reverse, I actually feel that this is again talking more about other people and how you will be able to positively affect them. How you'll be able to bring balance into situations that are so clearly out of balance. Because usually the Temperance energy is very like angelic. It's very, it's very like out of this world. So usually like the Temperance energy, I myself associate more with like spirit guides and angels. But with it coming out in reverse, I actually feel that it's kind of more grounded, and you are able to give that more healing and more balancing energy to others, which is very much like the essence of the healer, right? So I feel a very direct link with these two. So that's some pretty big stuff again. But let's look at what kind of future possibilities this energy will open up for you, and then we can close this reading out. What kind of future possibilities will this energy open up for Aquarius? Oh my goodness. We have the Seven of Coins in reverse, and also the Mother of Swords in reverse came out too. So I'm going to take both of them. Oh my goodness. And the 10 of Wands in reverse at the bottom. Beautiful, beautiful. Again, easier times, more free, more liberated energies, where you don't have to be suppressed anymore, where you don't have to be pressured into things anymore. And when it comes to future possibilities, I actually feel that what this energy will allow you to do is that it's going to kind of help you release yourself from situations that are not serving your highest good, that are not actually working for you, in whatever way or whatever regard you deem relevant for yourself. If something is not working the way that it's meant to, I feel like you will just be extremely concrete and very like straightforward in releasing yourself from that. So I feel that it's, again, because it's this like, you have this knowing now, and as you kind of express it and release it and share it with other people in the future, you are just so incredibly well equipped to deal with any situations that are damaging to you in some way, or that are oppressive to you in some way. Again, we have the 10 of Wands in reverse over here. So this is like very clear energy coming through, very knowing, very strict and certain with yourself and what it is that you're doing. And even though the Queen of Swords, especially when it comes out in reverse, it can be somewhat maybe not the most diplomatic, maybe somewhat cutting, and just, again, maybe a bit more harsh. I feel like it's ultimately for your own benefit. You're doing it to save yourself. You're doing it to preserve your energy and to keep yourself free from any, like, again, oppressive situations that you don't want to be in. And I just want to point out that we have 2 10s coming out. So again, a lot of like heavier, more dark, more, oh, sorry, we have 3 10s coming out. What? Okay, I just noticed. Sorry about that. But yeah, we have like 2 10s that are the most like heavy and the most like stressful. It's like, and both of these are coming out in like positions that you are releasing those, you are letting those go, and you're moving towards, or well, this is what you're working with, the 10 of Cups. This is what you're working towards, and this is the kind of vibration that you are keeping yourself in. So you are just so on the right path, and you are getting very, very clear on what it is that you want for yourself, what it is that you allow to be in your life, and what it is that you don't. Again, the Mother of Swords over here. Very clear, very, very clear. Even though this is more like soft energy, as I already said, it's softer than the energy that you have been in. It's still like, you know what's good for you, and you're not going to settle. So it's, this is really powerful stuff, Aquarius. This is really, really powerful stuff. And yeah, I don't really feel like I have to say anything else. There's nothing left for me to say. So I hope that this reading resonated for you in some way. And if it did, if this was your story, then please consider giving me a thumbs up. It would mean so much to me. And also, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe as well, so that you wouldn't miss out on my future readings, if you did enjoy my energy and my style of readings that I do. And yeah, that's it. So I'm sending you so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves, my dear Aquarius, and I hope to see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.